How you doing there? Welcome back to Babylon Talmud. Today we're studying Daf Pei Beis, Daf 82 of Masechta Nedarim, friends. Well, today we talk about Nedarim. Well, like the distinction between if it's Nidre Inui Nefesh, something that afflicts the soul, or Dvarim Shebeinu Levena, something between the husband and the wife. So, alright, here we go. We're starting Daf Pei Aleph Mud Beis and 2 lines from the bottom. Ba Mine Rav Mirav Nachman. So Rav Takas Akasha from his Rebbe Rav Nachman. Tashmi Shamita L'Rabbanon Inu Nefeshu or Dvarim Shebeinu Levenu. So, if she makes a neder about Tashmi Shamita, so would that be considered an affliction of the soul, or would that be considered Dvarim Shebeinu Levenu, something between them? The nafkamina, of course, being that if he's made for that neder, does it apply just to himself, or does it apply bein la'atzmo bein la'acher? So Rav Nachman says, Lemaise, we have a Mishnah that says, that if she says that she's not going to get any benefit of Tashmish from any Yid, including her husband, Yofer Chelko, so he can be made for his portion, right? Meaning she says that she's not going to have the benefit, the Hanoya of Tashmish from any Yid, including her husband, so he can be made for his part, and they can have tashmish, but not any relation to anybody else. So yofer chelko mishamashto. So he's made for his, part of that, and they can have bia. But she's going to be forbidden from any other yid else this neder. And if you say that it's an affliction of the soul type neder, well then why would the application of the neder upon other yidden remain in effect, right? If tashmish would be considered an affliction of the soul, so when he's made for that neder, he should be made for it with respect, right? Bein la'atzmo, bein la'acher, whether for himself, whether for other people. And yet we're saying that he's only made for his own portion, but not the portions of the others. So it would sound like Shmamina Dvarim Shebeinu Levena Havyun. So it would sound like this would be Dvarim Shebeinu Levena, right? He's only things between him and her, and he's made for his portion, but not in relation to anybody else. So again, if we go back to the question, so the question was L'Rabbanon Inu Nefeshu. Right? Do we say the Rabbanon is Tashmish Shamisha Mamita Inu Nefesh or Dvarim Shebeinu Levena? So we want to figure out what did the rabbis hold, and we want to say, well, if we look at this Mishnah, it would sound like the rabbis hold that it would be considered Dvarim Shebeinu Levena. Now the Rabbanon Tiboilach Mishum Dinatula Ani Mina Yehudim Rabbi Yossi Katonila. So the Gemara says this won't answer for the rabbis, because actually this Mishnah that we just quoted is Rabbi Yossi, the Amr Rafuna Kulei Pirkin Rabbi Yossi he. Because Rafuna says that actually this entire parak is Rabbi Yossi. That any Stam Mishnah in this parak is the opinion of Rabbi Yossi. So therefore, that Mishnah that says that he's only made for his portion, but not in relation to anybody else, and therefore must be Nedarim Shebeinu Levena, that's only the opinion of Rabbi Yossi. It doesn't tell us anything about the rabbis, because Rafuna explains that this entire parak is the opinion of Rabbi Yossi. Mimai. How do we know that the entire parak is the opinion of Rabbi Yossi? Rabbi Yossi Omer, and Elu Nidre Inu Nefesh. Because if we go back to our Mishnah at the beginning of the parak, where it says, Rabbi Yossi says that those things aren't considered afflictions of the soul, right? Those aren't considered afflictions of the soul. So if we already said that it's the opinion of Rabbi Yossi that those would not constitute afflictions of the soul, why then at the end of the Mishnah does it then reiterate Rabbi Yossi that this is the opinion of Rabbi Yossi? We already said it's the opinion of Rabbi Yossi. How come it's mentioning Rabbi Yossi, Nachamo? So Shmamina Mikan Ve'elech Rabbi Yossi, because what it's telling us is that not just this is the opinion of Rabbi Yossi, but from here on out, it's Rabbi Yossi as well until the end of the Perek. So, therefore, that Mishnah where it says Unitulani min Yehudim. So that's the opinion of Rabbi Yossi, and therefore, yes, it would seem that Mishnah is saying that it's Devarim Shebenu Levena, but it wouldn't tell us what the rabbi's opinion would be regarding the implications of Tashmish Shamita, because that's only the opinion of Reb Yossi. Says the Gemara, Amar Shmuel Mishmei de Levi, says Shmuel in the name of Levi. Nedarim Baal Mefer Leishto, that a husband can be Mefer Nedarim for his wife, Chutz Min Hano'osi al Ploni, that if she says that so and so cannot get any benefit from me, She'eno Mefer, he's not Mefer that neder. Okay. Aval Hanoas Ploni Olai Mefer, but if she says that she, right, the benefit of so and so is upon me like a korban, i.e., she's not going to get any benefit from a certain individual, Mefer, he could be Mefer. Okay, so she says she's not going to get any benefit from a certain individual. The husband can be Mefer that neder. Now, Frekti Gemara Tanan, we learned in our Mishnah, Peris Medina Zo Alai, that if she says that the fruits of a particular place are forbidden to her, so he should bring her fruit from a different place. So we see that she's making the fruits of one particular place usher upon her, and we say the husband cannot be made for that neder because, okay, so just don't eat from that place, eat from different places. So here she's saying that the benefit from one individual is usher to her, and we're saying that the husband can be made for that. But why? We say by the fruits, if she says that she's not going to get benefit from a particular place, we say, okay, don't get benefit from that particular place, get benefit from other places, right? Get fruits from other places. And yet over here, when she says the benefit from one particular individual is also to me, Shmuel is saying in the name of Levi that he can be made for that. But why? Get benefit from other people. You don't need to get benefit from this individual. So Rav Yosef the Ka'amra Shetavi Atu, when it comes to the fruits, the reason why the husband cannot be Mefer that neder is because she specifically says that she doesn't want her husband to bring fruits from a particular place, but other people could bring it from a particular place. So therefore, even within that place, she's still able to get fruits from that place, just as long as her husband's not the one bringing it. Whereas when she says that she's not going to get benefit from a certain individual, that is conclusive. At all. She's not going to get benefit from the individual at all, and therefore he can be made for that neder. Tashma coming here. Peris chenvoni ze olai ein yachol lahafer. That if she says that she's not going to get benefit from the fruits of a particular vendor, so he cannot be made for that because he could just get from other vendors. So she's saying that she's not going to get benefit from a particular vendor, and yet he's unable to be made for that. And yet we're saying that if she says she's not going to get benefit from a particular individual, he can be made for that. So here also, by the particular vendor, it's because she says, I don't want you to bring for me from that particular vendor, but other people can, as opposed to the individual, where she says she's not going to get benefit from individual. She's saying that she doesn't want to get any benefit at all from this individual, and there's no loopholes there, so therefore he can be made for it. But frekti Gemara, lo haisa parnasasu ela mimenu, that the Mishnah had said that if the husband was only able to get benefit from that particular person, if the husband had an arrangement with that particular vendor that he was able to get on credit and stuff like that, hare ze yofer. So in that case, he would be able to be mefer the Nedarim. V'omar di ka'omra shetavi atu amai yofer. But I don't understand what difference that makes, right? If we're saying that it's specifically when she says that I don't want you to get benefit, but other people can get benefit, so then who cares what his arrangement is with that shopkeeper? She still can get benefit from, if other people bring from her, so then if other people bring to her from that vendor, so then why is he unable to be, why is he able to be made for it? Other people could still bring. So elami de seifa dulo maisi baal. So therefore, from the fact that the Seifa is not specifically talking about where she makes it usher only for the husband, have a reisha dika maisi he. So therefore, the reisha is also talking about when even she would be unable to bring these things. El reisha in yachol offer dika maisi he. So rather, the Mishnah, the Mishnah is talking about the reisha, the sefer, everything in the Mishnah is talking about where she says, okay, I'm not going to get any benefit from this particular place or from this particular vendor, and that's conclusive. She can't get any benefit from that place, no matter who's bringing it. She can't get benefit from any particular vendor, no matter who's bringing it. Umasnisin Rabbi Yossi, and our Mishnah is Rabbi Yossi. Meaning, we had said that, right, the kasha was, in our Mishnah we're saying, or let's take a step back, Shmuel lets in the name of Levi, that if she says that she's not going to get benefit from a particular individual, so then he could be made for that neder. And yet, in our Mishnah we had said that if she's not going to get benefit from a particular place, he cannot be made for that neder. Again, from a particular individual, he can be made for that neder. From a particular place, he cannot be made for. And we're saying, what's the difference? She's saying that she's not going to get benefit from some particular thing, whether it's a person, whether it's a place. And in one place, he can be made for. In the other place, he can't be made for. So we say, well, our Mishnah is the opinion of Rabbi Yossi. The Amr Rav Huna Kula Pirkin Rabbi Yossi, because as Rav Huna said, the entire parak is the opinion of Rabbi Yossi. So therefore, that Mishnah is Rabbi Yossi. Right, one second, and implying that that Shmuel in the name of Levi, who says that if she says she's not going to get benefit from a particular individual, the husband can be mefer. That is the opinion of the Rabbanan, and the Rabbanan would say that if she says that that she's not going to get benefit from a particular individual, and I guess that would apply also to a particular place, he would be able to be mefer. But Rabbi Yossi would say that he would not be able to be mefer. Mishum inoi nefesh of a mefer nedarim shebenu levena. Okay, fine. So he would not be able to be mefer that neder as a neder as ino nefesh, right? That if she says she's not going to get benefit from a particular place, that would not be considered a benefit of an affliction of the soul that he would be able to be mefer. However, says the Gemara, he would be able to be made for it as a neder shebenu levena, because it would be inconvenient for him. But it wouldn't be considered an affliction of the soul. Okay, beseder. But we see that our Mishnah is davka the opinion of Rabbi Yossi, and Shmuel, in the name of Levi, was quoting the opinion of the rabbis. Friends, I think we'll stop here, Lemaise, even though it's pretty high up on, high up, relatively speaking, on daf Pei Beis and Beis. It's not exactly a big daf anyways. But let's stop here because we're going to get into a new sugya that is going to take us until the next mission on Daf Pei Gimel Amud Beis. So let's stop over here. And alright, well, that was Daf Pei Beis and Masechta Nedarim. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out.